Do I have a question? Well, I have an observation.
You have an observation?
I do. I have an observation. It seems like Christians love to pull out the Pascal's wager.
Yeah, which for the audience that may not know by name.
Pascal's wager is the old. If the Christian says, if I'm right, I get to go to heaven, but if you're wrong, you get to go to hell.
Yeah,
talking to the atheist, and I came to the conclusion. Well, then the presence of Pascal's wager casts suspicion on all the motives of the Christians.
Yeah, and
we should behave as if they are terrified of being found out that they don't really believe, or that they're being coerced into their belief, because hell is being held to their head like a gun.
Yeah.
Right? And so when they say God bless you, you can pretty much come back with, yes, that's just what I'd expect someone in your position to have to say.
Yeah, they've got that sort of Damocles hanging over their head.
Yeah, and so if we just treat every Christian, we get this sympathetic expression on our face and go, treat them like they're in North Korea having to talk about Kim Jong-un, and we go, oh, of course you have to say that.
It's going to
be
understand.
Okay. It's going to be all right.
Blink 3 times if you need help.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, the motive is all, I got to escape hell. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you can debate the morality of doing a good deed in order to get a reward versus doing a good deed for the sake of it.
Well, yeah, it's sort of the obverse of they can't act altruistically because their belief structure guarantees them a reward.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the opposite of altruism.
Yeah, it's sort of weird. It's one of the random apologetics that gets added that doesn't get thought through. I mean, most of them don't.
Yeah.
Religions aren't really about thinking things through at all. But yeah, it's never been compelling for me, and not just because I'm afraid of something doesn't mean I believe it's true.
Right. And of course, there are some Christians who are, in fact, terrified.
Yeah, and
of every move they make.
You can't just choose to believe something either. It kind of fundamentally doesn't understand what belief is.
Yeah, because like you said, there are people that are terrified. There's churches that preach, it's not, once saved and you're good no matter what. It's, that you could have sins that you don't even know about, that you haven't even realized that could keep you out of heaven, so watch out. So there's a level of fear. I mean, I was never indoctrinated.
You've got a God that's omnipresent, so it's peering over your shoulder every moment of every day.
It's like the celestial big brother.
And it's peering into your head to see your thoughts.
Yeah, the most effective search for a thought crime.
You're doomed.
What I will say is I was never indoctrinated to that degree. I don't know whether any of you guys got to that point. Like, there are atheists that deconvert and then still have a fear of hell. So it's sort of interesting.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people who've had that, and I had that. But
even after you deconverted for a while, or?
Well, I don't know if I consider it deconverted. I went a long time just thinking that I was broken. And
man,
I think I worked through that during that time. But fear of hell lasts way after leaving the church. Because, you can take the person out of the church, but you can't take the church out of the person, at least not right away. It takes time.
Slow process. Yeah.
I was lucky. I never had to deal with that.
I thought you were born free.
Yeah. I talked to people who decades later still every once in a while have, wake up from a hell dream. And it's it's traumatic.
Yeah.
I'll bet.
So
hard to imagine.
Yeah. Psychological abuse. Well, just so that we don't leave you on that note, I actually have a kind